how to cope with a layoff. These are what I call my recover tips that I want to walk you through today. The first is the R, is to reframe and recognize. Reframe the situation and recognize it's not your fault. Okay, reframe the situation means really changing the perspective of how you see the situation. Yes, it sucks. However, this could be a blessing in disguise. This could mean that new possibilities open up. When one door opens, another door closes. Find the silver lining. Recognize it's not your fault, especially with mass layoffs. It's really a pure business decision. And so recognize that it's not your fault there. The second is the E, is to evaluate and eliminate. Evaluate your finances and eliminate any unnecessary expenses. So I know that without a paycheck, things could be really tight. So really look at your finances. Do you have any runway? How long? Is it 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, or 6 months? Ideally, you want to have at least a couple months of runway for you to look for your next opportunity. If you only have like a month or two, so obviously then you're going to have a sense of urgency in looking for something new. Cut out anything that is not necessary. Cut out going out, coffee, traveling, any of those unnecessary expenses, cut it out as well. Next is the C, is to connect and communicate. So this is all about connecting with people and communicating what you need and want. Once you're ready, you really want to reach out for support. Connect with people who you really trust, your closest friends, colleagues, people who can just really lean on to for you to connect with first. Okay, don't go to do cold networking yet, because if you're not ready, it's going to feel really emotional for you there. Right? Connect with people you really trust that you can really count on. Let them know how they can support you. Sometimes your closest friends or family members have no idea how to support you. So let them know how you're feeling, what you need from them, whether it's you need them to, like, say, pick up the kids from school or pick up groceries, whatever it is. Communicate your needs so that they know how they can support you. Next is the O, is to overcome and open. So this is all about overcoming your fears and having an open mind. It is so normal to have fears and doubts, especially if you're looking to make a pivot into another industry, something completely different. You're going to have fear. Can I do this? Do I have what it takes? Do I have the qualifications? Don't disqualify yourself right away. Study shows that oftentimes, especially with women, that they feel like if they don't have 100% qualifications, they're not going to apply for it. You don't need 100% qualifications to apply for something. If you meet that 70, 80%, go for it. Okay, so overcome those fears that you have around change, around doing something different. This is a lot about mindset management. Get clear on your why. Why do you want to make a change? I think this is also a really good time to really reevaluate. It's really reevaluating what you really want and have an open mind to new possibilities. Having that possibilities mindset. Ask what else is possible? What's out there? What's new? Be curious about it. When you're curious about it, you're going to attract those type of new opportunities. V is vent and value. Vent your feelings and value yourself. Vent those feelings out. Talk to someone you really trust. This could be a really close friend of yours, a really close family member. Talk about those emotions. Process it. It is so important to process your emotions and heal to move forward. I've had clients I've supported where they've been unemployed or looking for a job for 6 months or even a year. And obviously, there's a lot of frustration, sadness, lack of confidence. And a big part I know when it comes to interviews is that there's still a lot of these emotions that is actually impacting the way they show up. And so this is why venting your feelings to process your emotions is so important, because when you can start letting go and detaching those things that you've been telling yourself of what's wrong, you're going to show up with more positive energy, enthusiasm, and people can feel that. And this is the difference between a desperate energy versus someone who is excited and ready for their new career there. Valuing yourself. This goes back to having these positive self-talk affirmations, doing a reflection on what are you proud of? Even through the work that you've done. Yes, unfortunately things, didn't work out at the end or you got laid off. But reflect on this last year or two. What are some things that you gained in terms of knowledge, skills, and experience? What are some of your proud accomplishments? What are some of the impact that you've made? Ask those things. Write out all these things so that you can see all these amazing things about you. You can do these exercises with other colleagues as well, colleagues who may have been impacting. Talk to them, right, so that you can support one another. So that you feel proud of this work that you've done together. You can also write testimonials and recommendations for each other on LinkedIn. One of the biggest things I can tell you especially someone who lost their job. It is really around this confidence piece, believing whether I have what it takes. A big part of the work I do as a coach, even though I teach people on how to stand out, get hired, and earn more, the underlining theme of everything I do in helping my clients is confidence. They need to first believe in themselves, believe that they are worth it, believe that they are valuable. I have this affirmation saying that I like to use is I am MVP. I am markable, valuable, and proud. Next is the E, is to embrace and explore. So this is all about embracing change and exploring new options. Having that mindset that I'm embracing this new phase, new chapter in my life. Yes, it's a change. Yes, it's uncomfortable, but I'm up for this new challenge, right? Explore these new options, going back to the possibilities, what is out there. You never know. Like I've seen people making changes from being in a long sales career for a long time, and they made a big change becoming a sales trainer because they discovered they really enjoy teaching, coaching people instead of pitching and selling. I've seen people who made like really drastic changes from working in the government sector. Yeah, one of my recent clients in communications in the government sector for a very long time recently made a huge change to product in financial services. That's a significant change, right? So explore these new possibilities. It's totally doable for you to make industry changes. Even if you don't have any experience, you just need to do research. You just need to do research, learn about the lingo, figure out who else has made that change, get some advice from them there. The next is the R. This is all about reflect and reinvent. Once you're really ready to move on, like reflect on what's next. Reflect on what is it that you truly want in the next chapter of your life and career. What's really important to you? What are the non-negotiables? What are the core skills you want to gain, the core experience you want to gain? Perhaps you want a more flexible work schedule, your ability to really work remotely or work abroad. Those are all possibilities. Write down this list, your wish list of what you really want. What's the ideal role look like? What does the ideal employer look like? What does your ideal boss look like? What is the ideal salary that you want? Write all these things down, as that's going to help you manifest and track what you truly desire there. And reinvent yourself. So this is all about upskilling, like leveling up, right? Because it is a competitive job market, you want to ask yourself, what else can I do to give myself a competitive edge? Whether it's taking more courses or whether it's polishing, like you're up-leveling your brand, having a better resume or LinkedIn profile, an elevator pitch. These are things that you can do to up-level to make yourself more marketable there.